Here's even more Easter eggs, cameos, and hidden details from Deadpool and Wolverine that you probably missed because I missed them too. And I got 30/30 vision. But with a movie like Deadpool and Wolverine, you already know there's gonna be a bunch of pop culture references and inside jokes that only a few people are gonna understand. But don't worry, I got you. This is your spoiler warning. Let's get into it. In the beginning of the movie, when Deadpool desecrates Logan's body, he says there are 206 bones in the human body, but 207 if he's watching Gossip Girl, which obviously starred Ryan Reynolds' wife, Blake Lively. But we also got the Deep and Joe from You up there. This movie's very early 2000s millennial coded, so of course we get the Bye 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 dance choreography from NSYNC. Shit's going so viral that NSYNC themselves have renamed their title on YouTube. When one of the TVA agents disrespects Canada, Deadpool says, "Keep my country's name out your fucking mouth," which is an obvious reference to this moment. Wrexham AFC player Paul Mullen has a cameo as Welsh Pool, and Wrexham player Ollie Palmer has a cameo as a bar patron when Deadpool and Wolverine get into a bar fight. And co-owner of Wrexham AFC with Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElhenney has a cameo as a TVA agent, but it was cut. Shout out all my It's Sunny fans. He's still in the movie, he just doesn't say anything. Tom Holland's brother Harry Holland was one of the Deadpools in the back of the Deadpool Corps. This was news to Ryan Reynolds as he went on Instagram and was like, "This is how I find out." Nathan Fillion voices Headpool. It should have been Nolan North in my opinion. Obviously Blake Lively voices Lady Deadpool. Uzi time, baby. But Kid Pool and Baby Pool are played by Inez and Olin Reynolds, Ryan and Blake's kids. Juggernaut in this movie is played by the same guy who played Dude and Free Guy, bodybuilder Aaron W. Reed. Nice Pool is played by Gordon Reynolds, which is one of Ryan Reynolds' aliases and long-running joke. He's actually credited as that in the credits. But this man gets two jokes off. One, Deadpool calls him Van Milder, and then Nice Pool himself says, "I can lightly tap the fourth wall too. The proposal." Shit had me weak. Shout out to the best suit that Wolverine's ever worn in live action. I feel like this is the one from the end of the Wolverine deleted scene. Classic John Byrne, brown and yellow. This isn't an Easter egg, but it just reminds me of much simpler times in my life. But what is an Easter egg is when Hulk shows up, Deadpool says, "I'm Marvel Jesus, you dull creature, and I will not be," before he gets smacked, which is a reference to when Loki said, "I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied," and then he got tossed around like a rag doll. When Deadpool and Wolverine first enter the Void, not only is there a Secret Wars comic and that gamma juice from the Incredible Hulk, but buried in the dirt is Thor's classic helmet and Cap's classic shield. And there's also a pirate ship in the background, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's a Black Pearl, just given the fact that this is a Disney property as well. We get a slick reference to Furiosa in the Mad Max franchise. When Deadpool brings the loser Wolverine to the TVA, when he enters through the portal, he says, "On your left." I covered this one a lot when the trailers came out, but Liefeld's Just Feet is a reference to Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld, who had a lot of troubles drawing feet. Just gave a lot of his characters body dysmorphia in general. Deadpool tells Henry Cavill that we'll treat you much better than those shitbags down the street. There's a clear fuck you to Warner Brothers after they brought Henry Cavill back in Black Adam just to have him do nothing. You were just leaving.
Plus this callback to Mission Impossible Fallout.
In Happy's office, you can see the Mark V briefcase armor and that fucking spinny thing that Tony was fed up with in Iron Man 2. Deadpool brings up Hugh Jackman's divorce, saying he's gained some weight since the divorce. That's why he wears that suit. Speaking of divorce, when we meet Electro, we learn that Deadpool died. Deadpool says, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." And Electro says, "It's alright." That's cool. We get a couple of subtle Spider-Man references, the thwipping in the car.
And this callback to Tobey's Spider-Man.
Blade tells Deadpool, "I don't like you." Deadpool says, "You never did," which is a reference to all the drama behind Blade Trinity. Then he says there's only ever been one Blade, and there's ever only gonna be one, which is a reference to Mahershala Ali's Blade movie that's in production hell. Will it ever come out? I don't know. The word fuck is said 119 times in the MCU, 120 if you count a bleep version from Iron Man 2. One of those came in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, 118 came in Deadpool and Wolverine. This is the first and only time we've ever seen Wolverine with the live action cow, and they didn't make a joke about two Batmans kissing. But they did about Michael Keaton not being able to move his neck. But all I want to know is, why is Thor crying?